Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 256 for Tuesday, December 1st, 2009.
Don't hurt no more when you turn 24. You wrote a note to nail to God.
How's it going everybody? If anybody knows me well enough, would know that today is in fact my 24th birthday, so happy birthday to me. I am a little scared of being 24. That sounds incredibly old to me for some reason. I remember back in the day when I was just 21 and I got to drink and it was cool, and now I'm 24 and I have to eventually look for a real job and maybe, you know, not messing around on YouTube as much, I guess. I don't know. But I'm sure some of you are saying, Aaron, that's very generous of you to film a review on your date of birth. Don't speak too soon because I'm filming this day in advance, so I guess I'm not that great of a guy after all. But the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys, though, is Ninja Assassin. This film is directed by James McTeigue, who is the director of V for Vendetta. He's worked with the Wachowski brothers on the Matrix trilogy. The Wachowski brothers also produced this film, and it is starring a Korean pop star named Rain. That's literally his credit. He has no last name. His name is Rain. Yeah. And you thought common was a weird word to see on the screen in some of your films. But Ninja Assassin is basically the story of this guy Rizzo, who is a ninja assassin, and he's raised in this kind of a ninja boot camp, I guess. And he becomes this ninja assassin, this crazy killer, realizes kind of what they've taught him to become, and he kind of turns against his own clan and is trying to stop them from, you know, doing the stuff they do, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Plot does not really matter in this type of film. I think if you're going to go see a film called Ninja Assassin, you want to see two things. You want to see ninja, plural, and you want to see people assassinating things, and in the most bloody and violent ways. Ninja Assassin gets a few things right, I think, that I will give it credit for, that I don't think a lot of critics are giving it credit for. And that's the fact that there are certain sequences in this film that are so jaw-dropping and incredible to me. The opening sequence to this film is this humongous, bloody bath scene that occurs, and it's just, there's so much gore in the scene that it's almost beautiful in a weird way. I know that sounds sadistic and gross, but the opening 5 minutes of this film really reminded me slightly of how great Dead Alive is, the Peter Jackson film, where there's just tons and buckets of gore that are just thrown at you. I think the first guy that dies in this movie is laughing, and he gets his head chopped off right there, and you see the head come off and fly across a floor. It's awesome looking, and I think that stuff is really cool. The stuff I did not, was not in favor of for this film is the fact that there are tons of fight sequences that happen in this film, especially towards the end, and that's what people are really looking for. What I'm not looking for, though, in this film is that because they are ninjas, they have to, you know, go out at night. It's very dark, so a lot of the fight sequences are happening. You're hearing a lot of the swing, 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 swing of swords. That was a terrible impression. You're hearing all those noises, and you're hearing blood coming out of people, and you're seeing little spots of red on the screen, but it's so dark that you cannot even tell what's going on. And I remember that was one of the many problems that I have with Transformers 2, is that these fight sequences go on, and it's like I can't tell who's fighting. And in Ninja Assassin, it gets to the point where I'm like, I can't tell who's winning, who's losing, who's a good guy, who's a bad guy, until the scene's over, and then you just see a bunch of dead bodies and the one guy standing there. So that I wasn't too keen on. The final showdown to this film is kind of cool. I mean, I think the film really peaks in its first 10 minutes, which is not really that great of a thing, but I think it's decent. Excuse me. I think it's a decent film. I don't think it's as amazing as I was hoping it to be. I was hoping it to be like a shoot 'em up, or like a Crank, or even Gamer, just something that's like balls to the wall, action non-stop, don't care about a story. But this film does care about a story, and it has a lot of serious stuff to it. There's a whole middle section involving Rizzo and this girl that he likes at the ninja camp, and there's literally dialogue about, feel my heart, I can feel your heart, can you feel mine, I can hear it beating, and all this really cheesy stuff that no one watching the film really cares about. if you're going to go see that movie. Nobody wants to see a love story in the middle of Ninja Assassin. But all that being said, the first 5 to 10 minutes are almost worth it to rent this movie at least. I don't think everything else lives up to that great moment. And for that, I give Ninja Assassin a 2.5 out of 5. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow 1 year older. I guess I'm already a year older. Well, not quite. Anywho, past it. Bye.